Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Rehan, and I was just talking to this Italian man before I do that. Look at this gorgeous view. It's phenomenal. How the world is. It's so amazing to see that the world has so beautiful places, and yet we seem to be determined to destroy it. Anyways, I was having this chat with this Italian man, and he had read a book from a Pakistani guy called the Black Pakistan. I've never read the book, but it allowed us to have a conversation, and I asked him uh, more questions, and we talked, and I came up with this thought, and I wanted to share it with you also. So, why do we have so much problem in the world when there's so much possibilities? Like, for example, in Italy, uh, only 30,000 children were born this year. Probably half of them were children of immigrants. There's 65% corporate tax over here, and the companies are in problem because of a lot of tax over here. They're closing. So again, why do we have so many political issues? Why is Trump doing what he's doing? Why are other people doing what they're doing? I personally think that we live in a time where we actually can empower a lot of people in the world, and we're not able to do it because um, I'll let the guy pass. We're not able to do it because we live in a very interesting time. Most of the politicians are over 40 years of age, uh, 50 years of age even. Obama, like for example, look at Trump, he's 70 years of age. So unfortunately for them, that the mind doesn't really want to learn or unlearn what we already know. And we're all thinking in linear terms. So no politician wants to, or no government wants to let go of the power, and the power is it allows them to be able to control and have the authoritative state, which allows them to teach or to tell to the people of the world how they should be, or how they should be acting. And the one way which they are able to use or tell is authoritative way, right? So they use the army, they use force to tell this is right and this is wrong. If you don't do it my way, you will see the highway, like Bush said. So whereas now we have these amazing tools, including the internet, Facebook, the smartphone, which was non-existent only 10 years ago. But unfortunately for these politicians, though they're using it to win the elections, but they don't really know how to use these or how to educate or they're not really using these tools to empower us. Like for example, the government will go out and build thousands of schools, but they would not build a school TV channel. Why isn't there a school TV channel in our TVs, right? Why can't we use the TV to educate our kids? Why not? What's the problem in doing that? How much? No problem. I wish you saw that. So that's an amazing car. Anyway, so unfortunately we don't use technology to empower ourselves, but we're using it to protect ourselves. We're used to the idea of closeness. We're used to the idea of intellectual property. We're used to the idea of protectiveness. We're used to the idea of protection. We're used to the idea of ideas being stolen rather than giving it away. And all these new ideologies of sharing and the sharing economy and co-creation, it's all new. And unfortunately, because it's so new, the older politicians are not able to digest the idea that we can actually share everything and still grow the economy. And that's where I think the challenges are. The authoritativeness of the politicians disallow them to use the technologies, to use. I mean, we are living in an open bordered world. Now you can travel within Europe without any borders. You can travel the world mostly easily, especially if you're from the West. You're not really able to do that if you're from the East. But you can take advantage of these technologies and we can sort of become one, which we actually are, but we are separated with the languages, with the culture and everything
Volete una
else.
foto in due? Volete una foto insieme?
No, thank you.
No?
No,
No?
no, thank you. So we're able to be together. We're able to be together, and we're able to actually connect with people, but we're not really able to do it because we are again living in our own little worlds, which we think are the best way to live. So, for example, um, the imams of the Muslim world will tell everyone, don't learn about other religions. The priests will tell, don't learn about Islam. That's why Islamophobia is here, because most people don't really learn about Islam. And that's why it's hated so much, because you hear the bad stories. You always hear the bad stories. Nobody tells you the good story. And we're all scared of the 5% people who make a lot of noise. We're all scared of the 5% people who would condemn us, who would tell us we're wrong. We're all scared of those 5% people uh, who are just loud. And the good people are almost never loud. And if you look around yourself, now you have the opportunity to be loud. We all have the opportunity to be able to say what we believe in. And we can create a movement of goodness around us just by speaking out our thoughts. This guy, the Italian guy I'm telling you about, he was saying, if I was the president of the United States or my own country, I asked him, if you were in the US and you were the president, what would you do? He would say, I would never use force, number one. Number two, I would use my power to go out and make better world for poor people. And number three, I would go out and use my power for the middle class community. So that's what I think the problem is. Unfortunate for the politicians, they're really good people. They really want to do good, but they don't know how. So I encourage young people to come in, and like I've always done, I encourage young people to come in and join politics. I come in and uh, educate the politicians. I think that's the biggest challenge. That if you look around, even your parents, they don't want to use technology. They're scared of Facebook. They're scared of technology, right? Why do you think these politicians would not be scared of technology? Most of them are very, very scared of technology. So if we can go out and educate our politicians, um, we really can. And this is how you do it. You just pick up your phone and you educate them. You don't tell them, sir, you're a really bad person. You tell them, sir, you're a really good person, and this is something which you don't know. You might want to learn it. It's really an ongoing job now to learn, unlearn, learn, unlearn. Forget everything you know. Forget how to use the touch phone. The button phone. Forget how to use the hello. And now you need to use the smartphone. You have to. You have to unlearn and relearn so that we can fit in and we can take advantage of what is available to us. We live in a very amazing world. And just to prove that, look exactly where I am. What I'm doing right now was not possible even 1 year ago. I'm on top of the mountain, looking at the sea in Italy, and doing a live broadcast which is being watched by people around the globe, and it will be watched by at least 1,000 people by the end of the day. I'll have it transcribed, have it published while I'm traveling. It will be transcribed, it will be published while I'm traveling. It was never possible to do this. Why isn't the president of my country doing this? Why isn't the city councillor of my city not doing this? Why is he not showing what he's doing to the rest of the world? Why not? Why are you not showing how beautiful your part of the world is? Why would we come if you don't poke our curiosity to come and explore where you are? We won't unless you come out and tell us uh, what you have to show. And that's how you become a politician. You become a leader. A politician to me is a leader, somebody who is leading in his own space, who's telling the people this is a better thing to do. It's like a teacher. You teach us about your culture, you teach us about your country, you teach us about your city. We have a saying in our language, Jungle mein mor nacha, kisne dekha? A peacock was dancing in the jungle, nobody saw it. So if you have a peacock in your jungle, show us that peacock. People are now interconnected. We all want to see the beautiful world. You have been given the amazing tools in the world. Now we are all broadcasters, we're all content creators. Ask your politicians to please come online and talk to us. You become the politician of your town. You don't have to have the power to do this. You can just be anyone. Just be anyone and do this. You can be a student, you can be a teacher, you can change the world around you. But first, you will have to change. Thank you so much.